Hey guys, Richard from Newbie Prepping here. I'm back out in a different forest from the one where we did our overnighters. This isn't going to be an overnighter, it's just going to be me trying to finally finish off learning how to make a fire using nothing but forest materials. So there's no need to really explain anything. Let's just get right into the video. Just want to say something about the area here. Obviously it's a very different season from the last time I was here. You might be able to see, you might have noticed on the ground, there's like some red cap mushrooms. And they're actually all around. They actually span quite a lot of the forest here. You might even be able to see some over here. Can you see those over there? So, red cap mushrooms. Unfortunately, I've got my food for free little mini book in my supplement bag at the moment, so I haven't got it in my bug out bag. The one that I'm using right now, so I wouldn't want to hazard a try of eating them. I have found some normal, like brown top mushrooms, though. I say normal because they're the ones that I'm most used to seeing. Yeah, I'm not going to try any of those. Maybe if Mark was here and I had my survival book, the SAS survival book, and the food for free book, maybe then I would try it, but no, not now. So I got a new axe. It's a bit of a running joke with Newbie Prepping that my axes are not sharp. Well, my one axe, but I've actually spent some money and got a Haltophorus axe here. Hopefully you can see that properly. Hopefully it's actually focusing on it. Yeah. I'm not sure whether it's an axe or if it's a like a two-handed hatchet, because it doesn't really seem like big enough to be an axe, but it doesn't seem small enough to be a hatchet. Either way, it actually came sharp. Like I actually bought it sharp. So, but I do have a grinding stone for it, the circular Haltophorus grinding stone with like the lip on it, so that you can't catch your fingers while you're grinding your axe. But yeah, so far this thing has proved quite handy. Alright, some prepper I am. I've actually left my saw in my supplement bag, so that's two things that I probably should have brought with me. That's alright though, it gives me a proper chance to test out this axe on this downed tree here. Let's give it a go. There we go. Let me tell you, that did not take as much work as it did with my blunt axe. Just wanted to take that off there because I didn't want any wildlife snacking themselves on this. I know that there's a lot of sharp and pointy bits in the forest here, but I didn't want it to be my fault, you know? There we go. Not the smoothest edge in the world, but since I forgot my saw, it's not too bad. I just want to say, like, I am wearing like sort of like casual jeans and my Download Festival t-shirt, but I do have actual like more bushcrafty style clothes, including some trousers. I got some boots and all that as well. Maybe I'll go through like a complete kit video sometime, but I feel as though we've done too many like stock videos, and we just want to get them into the meat of like the prepping stuff and the bushcraft stuff. So yeah, let's try and get this fire started. While I was just clearing the bottom here, trying to clear myself a space to sit down for doing this fire, I cut into the tree a little bit here and got some of the like sap on my thumb, and I think this might be resin. I'm not too sure if it's like tree sap or if it is resin, but I think that both burn quite well. Again, I'm a newbie, so you know, don't be too harsh on me if I'm wrong. But yeah, like up there, there's like, you can see it's actually oozing out a little bit here. Either that or it's bird crap, who knows. So I might just try get like a small little bit of this bark here, just to check it out and maybe even give it a sniff. See if I can smell it. I wish that you guys could smell it, so you could tell me if it was actually resin or not. let's have a look. Okay, so I chopped this off here, and it's come up with this sort of bark here. It's very moist on the inside, could just be rain though. This is probably quite entertaining for seasoned like bushcrafters, like looking at me fumble and all that. Probably thinking like, oh, look at this idiot, it's just like a wet tree and he thinks it's resin. But I don't know, that's what being a newbie is all about though. Certainly doesn't smell just like normal water. Anyway, so I'm going to see, maybe just add like a little bit of that to the initial tinder to get the fire started, to see if it does help or not, and we'll go from there. The problem is with this area is that even though it's hot now, it's been raining all week, and the ground is once again super not even damp. It's literally just like sponge at the moment, literally just sponge. Anyway, so I'm going to try and cut this log here, so let's give it a go. Right, okay, right. Yeah, I'm not actually going to cut a log like that. I may be a newbie, but I'm not that stupid. So I found this tree stump here. If I had my saw again, I would just like saw off the top of this to try and make it like a nice flat surface, but I think I'll just try and chop off some of the sharper bits using my axe, and hopefully then I'll have like a stable-ish sort of surface. particular piece of wood is just a little too thick to do, at least with this axe, probably a little too thick for that. So I clearly need a lot more practice with that. My hand's already hurting, and like I only managed to get like these little pieces off here. But I am going to feather these and try and make them into decent like feather sticks so that they actually catch on fire, and make some sawdust out of them as well to start the initial like fire off. So hopefully it works. So it's already a lot easier doing feather sticks when you're kind of going down the grain of a log that's been split. I think when you chop down, like straight down a log, the grain of the wood is a lot more, well, it's a lot easier than you remember when I was chipping away at these? Maybe not, I don't think I uploaded that video, but I tried feathering these after just shaving the bark off, and it just was not easy at all. I wasn't working directly with the grain of the wood, if that makes sense, whereas like with this, like immediately I'm already seeing better results. And it's a lot easier to work with as well. Like I don't find myself like pushing down on it like too much, and then, you know, accidentally chopping the whole lot of the feather off. You know what I mean? I only have limited time out here today, so I can only do like a little bit, which is why just like a little bit of wood like this is rather ideal. Seems like whenever I come out I've only got a little bit of time. Hopefully this isn't too overexposed. Maybe if I move this over here. Stupid sun. So yeah, log splitting is definitely something that I got to work on. Because even though this particular one went quite well, I could definitely do better. Right, let's work on the other one. there we go. That works nicely. That's what I got there so far. I wonder if there, I was speculating about resin earlier. I wonder if there was, if it was resin in that tree. I wonder if there was any in the tree that I, chopped off the dead stump. The one just, can you see it over there? I think that's, no, I don't think, I think it's just off camera. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I just wonder if this one also has resin in. Maybe it'll light nice and easily. So already these are a lot finer than what I would normally do, or what I have done in the past. It's just so much easier to work with this wood this way. Okay. All of these logs here are the ones that I used before. It was quite funny, I came to the same sort of area on purpose, but I didn't actually expect to find the exact place where I was before. And lo and behold, the logs were still here. Well, where would they go, honestly? Okay, so I've got all of my fuel here. Should be enough. Just went and yanked this, well, I didn't yank it, just got this off of a tree there. And just gonna make some sawdust here. I think I am. Maybe if I use this end. This is good. This wood here, which is the remaining piece of the wood that I chopped off earlier, it's nice and dry, so I can make some nice little shavings here. Hopefully these will catch the light nice and easily. I'm making them as thin as I possibly can. Literally just little tiny pieces. Just want to say all of this is done with dead wood as well. I haven't used any live wood, so I haven't really disturbed the forest too much. So it would be a lot easier to make sawdust as well if I had my saw with me, because using the saw, sawdust, as the name would suggest, is a byproduct of using the saw. Bit obvious there, but yeah, well, you've got to work with what you got. To be honest, I don't know if this will just catch a light with just my fire steel. But if not, then I've got some things to help it along. and I might even use some of this sap or resin that's behind me. Get some of this little stuff here. There's like just some little stuff. Maybe chuck that on there. Alright then, let's try with this fire steel here. Got my smallish dry stuff here on standby, as well as my feather sticks here. Right. Yeah, I don't think there's enough stuff on there to yeah, I'm not going to spend a million years like I did before trying to light this. If it's not going to light, then yeah, I would need the sawdust, I think. So instead what I'm going to do is bring out a secret weapon. Since this is a prepping channel, I don't feel too bad about breaking this out, but I got some cotton wool here, so I'm going to use some cotton wool. So, every prepper knows that cotton wool is the best for starting fires. Here. Layer some of this stuff on top of here. Let's actually get this going first. Man, just does not want to light. Use a little bit more of this. I will get this to light, I promise you. Let's put some of this on there. I know it's dry, so maybe it's too big. Nope. I'm smothering it. Also, I'm actually starting to get wind now, which isn't handy. Yeah, there we go. It's starting to catch on the smaller stuff now. That's good. Let's get the fuel actually in there. Uh-oh, it's starting to spread a little bit. My fault again. Well, of course it's my fault. I still got a flame. Damn it. Just use some more here. Okay. There we go. I've actually got it all actually concentrated. Who would have thought you would actually need it all together? Let's put that there to keep it up. And we get a nice ton of stuff on here, but also making sure to keep it nice and so that it's got a lot of airflow. There we go. I'm actually going to have to move back from that. There we go. Right, so, okay. Let's all laugh at me. Let's all laugh at me for doing it wrong in the first place. For, once again, not putting enough fuel on. But, hey, I'm fixing it now. I'm fixing it now. I've got my fuel on. I'm continuing to put it on, but I'm not smothering it. Just let that catch a light. Unfortunately, I don't really have enough time to continue building up the fire and making it real big or anything like that. I say that as I put this massive dollop of wood on there. But I did have like some big sticks here. You saw me collecting them earlier, and I would have eventually moved on to putting these like in a little teepee. But that is what you would do for a fire, obviously. Right, let me just get this here. Not bad, eh? So, yeah, unfortunately I did have to resort to using this, which isn't obviously like forest material. But being a prepper, obviously you're going to have this stuff stored away, and I've got a lot more of this stuff as well, and obviously it helps out a lot. Yeah, honestly, if I had more time and if I had my saw to create sawdust, then I think, and also if I would have used like this tree with the what I think is the resin inside of it, then it would have been much better, because like the resin is very much flammable, and it's used to light fires easily, basically. So yeah, once again I kind of screwed up with that, but I'm going to try it again with Mark whenever we next do a video. But yeah, I'm still glad that I got this going with nothing but my fire steel and some cotton wool, which is how, let's be honest, is how most of the bushcrafters on YouTube do it anyway, unless you're like the what you call it guy, the primitive survival guy. I will learn how to make a fire like he does as well, where he's like, you know, rubbing the wood together. But for now, this is good enough for me. So I guess this isn't the end of the campfires video. Continue watching my odyssey on trying to figure out how to light a fire with nothing but forest resources. Catch me on the next video, please. If you like this video, then subscribe and like and comment and tell me how much of a moron I am for not being able to light a fire. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Here we go. It's the fire's kind of burning down to embers now. Nice and hot. I would at this point probably by this point I would have the TP up and have more fuel underneath it and keep it going so that there's embers so that I could cook food, but I have run out of time, so I really should be off. Okay, thanks again. I'll see you again. Bye bye.